Welcome back to 12 in Our Schools. I'm Brian Jenkins. What did you do for your summer vacation? Well, for some students, you'll get the response, not much, or they may tell you about their summer working at the mall. But my guests today have more than an elaborate answer. Joining me are Carlos Arce from Mount Olive High School and Phil Graysky from Bridgewater Raritan High School. Phil got to actually watch a surgery performed by the Da Vinci robot, and he created some of the animation we're going to show you very shortly. Both of you, thanks for coming on the show today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You are a rare breed. You're in this program called Capstone. Tell me a little bit about what it's brought to the table for you guys. This is your first semester, right?
Yes, this is my first semester, and it's been Carlos's.
My second semester.
Second semester.
Yes.
As a newbie, what has it brought for you? What has it offered you?
Well, it really opened my eyes because it incorporated so many aspects of science. Like, it went from biomedical engineering to the medical field to biology, and to work with all these other kids that have their aspirations in science like I do, it was a true honor. And I really got to see kids that have the true passion that I do for science as they do. And it was interesting.
Do you find that that's rare in the typical school setting, that it's rare that you find other youngsters like yourself that are into science?
I think it is sometimes rare because, well, this opportunity here that we've had, it's been to emphasize connecting to the real world. And I think that's very important. And through connecting with the real world, you see that, you know, technology and science, business, communication, management, it's all related. And, you know, you need to be multidisciplinary to succeed in today's business world. And that's the purpose of the whole Capstone Real World Connections program. That you need to have all those things to succeed.
You know, we talked, just last week we had a show on the lack of interest among students, particularly in your age group, in science, and the fact that corporations were really running to the rescue in panic mode because they were losing the brains to Wall Street. But you guys seem to present the other side of that picture. What was it about science, or what is it about science that piques your interest?
Well, science to me, it's like two subjects combined. I look at it as math, that there's a right answer out there, but I also look at it, it has aspects of language arts, that it's creative. Like, you can have a solution to a problem, but there's multiple ways you can get to it, and that's what science has to offer. It has freedom, yet it also has the logicalness of math. And
I would imagine part of that for both of you is in how the teacher brings that to you in terms of maintaining your interest.
Yes. Yeah, our school, we have some very good science teachers. A science teacher of mine, Mr. Kowalski, he inspired me to pursue a pre-med program at UMD&J in this Capstone program, and to go forth and be my own advocate.
Now, we're looking at some of that video as we speak. Carlos, we were talking about this earlier. You actually get to meet a lot of other kids who share that interest, who you might not otherwise meet. Has this been that kind of thing for you?
Oh, definitely. You meet all kinds of people, and some of them may have the same interests as you, and some of them may not. But you learn to develop relationships with people, you learn to network, and that's extremely important in today's business world, because you want to reach out to all kinds of people and, you know, just say your message.
Right, right. Now, Phil, I want to talk about this experiment that you did, this project that you did. Now, this globe next to you, describe what that is, and the fact that we should tell our audience the bigger version is actually in the Liberty Science Center. You have the content that's running on that. Explain to us what that is.
Oh, well, as my project for the Capstone program, I was supposed to create content for the global microscope, and what I did was I created an animated cell, like its parts, which is like organelles, and their functions, and showed how they interact with one another in like the whole cell. Like, a cell is kind of like the human body. Like, our heart cannot survive without the lungs, and our brain cannot survive without the heart. Like, it all correlates with one another, and that's what I was trying to show on a big picture, and this global microscope really gave me that opportunity.
And I'm sure the Science Center folks were more than fascinated by your rendition of this.
Hopefully.
Okay, we'll see you at MIT in a few years, I suspect. Carlos, did you do something similar, or each of you have a different avenue that you're pursuing?
Well, that's exactly it. We actually had an internship program this summer, and each of us were able to work with different sponsors to suit our aspirations. And I was able to have a sponsor from he has actually worked on Wall Street, and that is what I would like to go to. You know, I'd like to work on Wall Street in finance, but I was able to work with this entrepreneur, and actually what he did was work with website optimization. And what that is, it's pretty much reducing the file size on your website to make it load faster, and that way you don't lose any of your clients and your sales.
So the Google people are going to be looking you up before long to keep my investing dollars here. Let me ask you what some of the other capabilities are of your project here.
Oh, the global microscope, the capabilities are endless. You can almost load any file onto it, but right now the Liberty Science Center has a lot of earth science content, such as the tsunami. Would you like to see that?
Sure.
Like the Asian tsunami, I did not create this, but another capstone program did. The global events. This is Hurricane Ivan that you're seeing as it's mapped out, but here's the Asian tsunami. And it really shows you that how the waves can spread from one earthquake all across the world. Like these small events in one area can affect the whole world. However, the tsunami was a larger event.
Are these things you guys get in the classrooms? Or
No,
Not at all.
This is something in a different kind of world.
So hopefully the teachers that are watching might get some clues here.
Yeah, the capstone program really showed us a lot more than we could handle, and it was great.
Fascinating. I see both of you guys heading on to great things, so good luck. We're going to take a break. We'll talk more with some very exceptional students when we come back, but first it's time to acknowledge our world-class